welcome back to the holiday edition of Music Wednesdays. This is the fourth holiday edition, if you can believe that. That means for 4 years we've done this show, and that means more than 200 musicians have given their time and talent to come in and perform for us. We've had rap, rock, country, bluegrass, folk, singer-songwriter, full bands. We've had opera. We've had just about everything. We've had spoken word. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been overwhelming to me, the amount, the quantity, and the quality of the people that have come in and performed, and I can't thank them enough. Mostly they've come into the studio at the Chattanooga Public Library. Thank you to Corinne and Meredith and Mary there, and Sam and Charles and Ethan Martin and Kessler Cuffman with Dynamo Studios for their work in editing the audio, and for Kim and Shaquem for doing the video for us. They work at the paper. But we've not just done them at the studio. We've done them at the Walker, the Tivoli, the Tennessee Aquarium. We've been on top of the Arts building. We've been to Songbirds multiple times, upstairs and downstairs. In fact, 2 of the songs that you'll see here today were recorded there. We went to Nashville last week where we recorded Summer Shyvonne. She's got a new song, new to her, called Tennessee Santa Claus. It's actually a 64-year-old song written by a guy named Mac Penley from East Ridge. Quite a story. In fact, what we did, we went to these artists, recorded them in various locations, and then we strung it all together. And then at the end, if you want to stick around, there's a couple of interviews, one with Summer, and Ryder Pierce offers some thoughts on his song Chattanooga Christmas that he wrote. In addition to those 2, we've got the McCallie Guitar Quintet with Jaden Long, Joey Calla, Jimmy Huddleston, Levi Leibowitz, and Ray Nike, who came over under the direction of Michael McCallie, and they did a song for the Nutcracker, and as well as George Michael's The Last Christmas. And if you stick around long enough, you'll get a bonus track of The Last Christmas from my brothers Mike, Bob, and Scott, my nephew Matt, and my son-in-law Zach, who performed it for us over the previous holiday. So like I said, not a lot of talking. Let's get started, and I hope you'll stick around to the end. But more importantly, I hope you have a great holiday, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and an even better 2020. Please get out, support local. These guys work hard, and they deserve all the support we can give them. So thank you guys again, and until next time.
We all know Santa Claus from the North Pole. Well, I've got a Santa that's not so cold. If you want to meet someone real sweet, meet my Tennessee Santa Claus. He doesn't have a beard or wear a red suit. He doesn't even have a sleigh. He wears cowboy boots and some worn-out jeans, and his truck is painted primal gray. And he's a Christmas dream when he kisses me. I love lights up at the town. He's a country boy, the one I adore. He brings me lots of loving, and it's all year round. So when Christmas time rolls around at last, what do you think will make my heart beat fast? It's the mistletoe, that's where I'll go with my Tennessee Santa Claus. And he's a Christmas dream when he kisses me. I love lights up the town. Yeah, he's a country boy, the one I adore. He brings me lots of loving, and it's all year round. So when Christmas time rolls around at last, what do you think will make my heart beat fast? It's the mistletoe, that
Thank you.
What was that song about?
This is about it's Christmas time. We should all love one another, and we should all forgive each other for what wrong we've done with each other, and wishing everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Perfect kind of night is being surrounded by Christmas lights, strolling through enchanted gardens with the city skyline in sight. There's nothing like a child's face anticipating that special day, pressed up against the glass, fogging up Christmas window display. Over the bridge we go, snowflake lights welcome dreams of snow, parades through town bring sounds of jubilee. Everybody sing Merry Christmas, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I see the choo-choo decorated, I see lovers cold and skating, families and Christmas trees. I see carolers serenading, and the favorite thing to see is somebody helping the soul bleed. Helping hands are remote, and everybody wants to do the deed. Over the bridge we go, snowflake lights welcome dreams of snow, parades through town bring sounds of jubilee. Everybody sing Merry Christmas, Chattanooga, Tennessee. The season's finally here. There's nowhere else I'd rather be during the best time of year. It could be green or white. The only thing I know for certain is it's gonna feel right. Everybody sing over the bridge we go, snowflake lights welcome dreams of snow, parades through town
the song?
So the song's called Merry Christmas, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I always thought a lot of towns, and there's a lot of different places that have very specific Christmas songs, you know, that cater to certain communities and towns, and I really thought, why isn't there a Chattanooga one yet? I know that Blake Shelton has one. He has a Christmas song that kind of references Chattanooga, like the choo-choo a little bit in it, but I thought, you know, why not do one that, you know, is really for Chattanoogans? And so I try to just capture the scenery and the aesthetic of the holiday times in Chattanooga. When you go across the bridge and you see the snowflake lights, or they have the snowflake lights on some lampposts now around town, or I just think of how iconic and recognizable the Enchanted Gardens in Rock City are, and also driving through down where EPB is, they have those window displays. So I try to capture some of the aesthetic and the scenery of Chattanooga for Chattanoogans who listen to it will know exactly what I'm talking about, and it'll take them there. But I also try to include a bit of a heartwarming message as well, where, you know, I see things around town during the holiday season where it just kind of makes me happy, and, you know, it warms my heart because people are being a little bit nicer to each other and doing things they normally wouldn't do, and I think the world would be a little bit better place if everyone acted like they did around Christmas time year round. So I just kind of wanted to bring that all together into one, just kind of a classic feeling Christmas song. You know, I feel like it's a bit old timey feeling for me, and I didn't want to make it too elaborate. I didn't want to make it too, you know, modern. I wanted to make it something that could be maybe considered timeless and maybe a little cheesy and a little schmaltzy, as some people say at some points. But that's the point of it. That's what Christmas songs are about, and I really wanted to capture that, and I think I did it. I like it a lot, and I hope Chattanoogans hear it. I hope it resonates with them, and I hope they listen to it for years and years to come around the holiday season, and that would make me really happy.
Thanks, Summer, for coming back.
Thanks for having me back.
This is a special one because I've said many times over the years that one of the things I love doing is meeting an artist, having them on, and then following them throughout a career. And in this case, we have an unusual situation where not only is Summer obviously advancing, but this song that she done for us today, Tennessee Santa Claus, has an unbelievable story behind it.
Yeah, it does.
It's brand new, in a sense, right? It's a year old now,
Right, yeah.
but in reality, it's 64 years old. You want to tell, or do you want me to?
I want you to tell the story.
Matt Penley is a Chattanooga native, born in Ringgold, lived for a time. His parents got divorced. He moved to Texas. When they got divorced, he went with his mother, didn't like Texas, moved back to Chattanooga to live with his dad. His dad put him to work in a hardware store. And as Mac told me the other day, his dad expected him to know in 2 weeks what his dad had learned in 31 years. So they didn't get along. So he moved with other family to Miami, down in Florida. And he had the option of taking either English, a senior English class, or a radio class. He didn't like English, so he took the radio class. And they were going to do a Christmas program. And the teacher asked for cast members, including Santa Claus. And Mac said, I'll do it. Now, Mac he sounds like he's from Chattanooga, or North Georgia. And the teacher said, Mac, what do you think? A Tennessee Santa Claus is going to be in this play? Well, Mac signed up, auditioned, didn't get the part, but the teacher came to him afterwards and said, that's a great song title. You need to write a song about it. And he did. And he tried to sell it, tried to record it himself, actually hired some people to record it, but as he told me, they didn't really know anybody in the industry, and it kind of went nowhere. So it sat in a drawer for 63 years. Mm-hmm. And then he ends up at one of your performances.
Right, yeah.
And I asked him if it was normal or typical for him to pitch that song to every person that every show that he went to. And he said, no, absolutely not. But for some reason, he thought you might be interested. And he asked you if you did other people's songs, and you said,
I said not usually, but when he told me the title of the song, I just flipped out. I thought there's no doubt about it. This is a hit song title, and it's a Tennessee Santa Claus. I just thought, what a great title, And so I said, do you have a recording? You can email me. And he said, no, but I can sing it for you. So we stood there in the parking lot, and he just snapped his fingers and started singing the Long No 10, or whatever. He just started singing the song to me.
well, that's a little different than the way he tells it, because he said, you said, sing it for me. And he said, it's written for a female singing it. And so but you said, please sing it anyway.
Yeah.
And Craig Driver, who was with you, turns out was recording it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so this is where the story, this really picks up steam. So that was what? It was like October, November? It was late in the year, right?
Yeah, it was November.
November, but you had already had a recording session planned, right? So took it in, so what, a week later?
Yeah.
It's a recorded song,
Right.
right? And it did, well, to say that it continues to gain new life, well, that's why we're here. We are actually in Nashville. I came up to have you sing this for us. We're at the 121 Hotel, which I very much appreciate them giving us this space. It's a beautiful space. But we're here not just because it's a cool place, a cool town, and you're here, but there's a lot of other things sort of happening around this song, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things, I mean, we can't get into them specifically because this is the way things work until they're official and signed and dotted and all that, but I mean, you're looking at, it is recorded, it's out there, it's available, Tennessee Santa Claus, but we're looking at some film options, all kinds of things like that, right?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Magical stuff is happening around this song. All, just birthed out of the seed of love, just to stop and take the time. Is it a message, really, that I feel it just keeps going on and on and on, and there's just so much love and magic being shared through this song and everybody involved.
It sounds like a Hallmark movie.
It does.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right?
It's pretty awesome.
The guy writes a song called Tennessee Santa Claus, and 64 years later, it has a chance to go who knows where.
Right. And he's ready.
He is very ready. I asked him what his wildest hope for was, and he said, I'd love to hear it on the radio, but I'd like for it to be a #1 hit, What is it? What was it? You said the song title obviously grabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you heard it, what was it? I mean, I know a lot of songwriters, a lot of performers. It's not often that they hear a song and a week later they're recording it. What was it that just grabbed you about this one?
I just followed my heart on it. Something inside me just said, record this song and make this man's dreams come true. I mean, it's all he really wanted was just the song recorded. And so, I don't know, I just felt led to record it, and I loved the song. I loved the fact that it was kind of like an old school 50s kind of style, like a two-step kind of thing. And I don't have anything like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up for people who don't, we didn't really talk about it. On purpose, Mac told me it has a Bob Wells, the Texas Playboys sort of Texas swing sound to it. So if that gives you any idea, and that's something you kept. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's just what it feels like, right? Yeah. I'll ask you the same question I asked Mac. What would you like to see happen with the song? In your wildest dreams, what would you love to see happen?
Everything that can possibly happen with it. I want the song to go worldwide. I'd love for it to be just a regular Christmas song that gets played every year, just like Jingle Bells, I love the song, so I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
That's the neat thing about a Christmas song is it can go from generation to generation and it can become that thing.
Kiss again, save it from tears. Fill up